In today's video I am going to defend the multi-billion-dollar global company Lego. And I'm also going to showcase my custom Lego road bridge, a raised level, a slope, plus some extra small adjustments that's based on the new system. But first, some history about my relationship with Lego road systems. Subscribe. Now, I gotta be honest with you guys. I've been on A full since 1999. And before that I was a T foal, and before that I was a K foal, and before that I was a B foal. Being born in the early 80s, I grew up with the different alliterations of the light gray road plates, so I naturally think that those are the most correct systems. In the early 2000s, I had an income, a modest one, but still more than in high school, so I could start buying some more Lego sets. I wanted to build a Lego town with the light gray road base plates, but then in 2002, Lego decided to switch them out to dark gray roads with green on the sides, symbolizing the cash they would get from forcing kids to replace all their old road plates with these new abominations. I had no real choice but to prevail with a small layout. My city couldn't grow because I couldn't get my hands on the old light gray plates anymore. At the time I was scared of buying stuff online, so getting Lego from Bricklink was literally off the table. Then in 2005, Lego replaced the new road plates with the ones we had since then, that are totally dark gray and that we all know looks horrendous and depressing. Dark gray just isn't such a joyful color as light gray. Light gray is the color of the sky here on the west coast of Sweden, and dark gray is the color of a corporate key account manager's soul. As time passed, I started to collect the old light gray roads, finding great deals and some not so great deals online, and now I have enough of them to build a respectable vintage layout. Sadly, I don't have the space. My son is 5 years old, so I guess he will be moving out from home in 2 years, and then I can convert his room to a really cool 80s Lego layout. Now, Lego did try to revamp the dark gray road base plates in 2019 with just changing how they were packed together. Probably because people had a ton of crossings they didn't know what to do with. This was an epic improvement, but it wasn't enough. For Soultown, I decided to use the dark gray road plates just because I needed a place where my kid could sit and play in the layout. And I didn't want him to sit on my beautiful collection of light gray road base plates that I think must have been designed by Odin himself. Now in 2021 we stand here in the midst of a new controversy with roads that are highly customizable compared to the older system. They have anti-studs underneath, they have the height of 2 plates instead of the thin base plates, and you can pretty easily add different details to them. They're more narrow. The trade-off here is that you can't fit wider vehicles, but in my case I'm mostly into 4 and 6 wide cars. A benefit is that you gain more space around the roads where you can build other things. Let's start here by the old road system that I will be keeping because I like this roundabout. I'm using the slopes we get with the new roads to create this simple transition between the old roads and the new ones. I think it works quite well since we have the new road bridge close to it, so the transition feels motivated. Let's take a look at this simple but functional design. To give it a bit of an industrial and heavy-duty look, I've used these large parts from set 7900 heavy loader that I bought in 2006. I got it when it came out just to use as a road bridge, but I never really got around to use it because I didn't have a good place to put it in my previous layouts. Now, thanks to the Devil's Gap ravine here, it has finally found its way home. Or dare I say, road home. Road way. Applause are optional. I think this bridge is a nice display area for cars, especially the 4 studs wide ones. Overall, I guess that displaying vehicles is the main purpose of roads in any toy town layout. On my second table there's not enough space for the old roads, since these legs for the tables are in the way, but the new roads fits rather smart and levels with the garage I have in my custom Ghostbusters headquarters. It's also easy to customize the length of the roads where needed, like in these 2 spots where I filled out the gaps with tiles so I could align the footbridge with the zebra crossing and also with the train tracks. I haven't worked that much on the train crossing, but I will be adding gates, signals and that kind of nonsense. Over the train tunnel exit I've started work on a small raised road level, which right now is very much in its first draft stage. It will have 2 tunnels on both sides, or rather suggestions of tunnels. I'll probably fill the holes out with black bricks a bit further in to create depth. And as you can see, I've used the lid from IKEA Bygglek as a platform to build on, and some Duplo bricks, but they will be changed to something less colorful in the future, so make sure to subscribe. What can I say? I just love tunnels in different levels. The Lego world doesn't have to be flat like the real one. Speaking of tunnels, here's one more, but I ran out of road parts, so I need to get one more of those sets. I'll just have to sell one of my kidneys, probably the good one, to afford more Lego sets. Currently, I have 4 road sets in this layout, just as a reference. Another cool thing is that it's easy to use other tiles to create patterns and so on. Like in this case, I made a rainbow zebra crossing that adds some needed extra color to all the dark gray. Maybe that key account manager has something he needs to tell us. Moving to the right, we have this slope, and I've attached it to this kind of hinge, and then it just rests on this kind of build with slopes on a stack of bricks. A fun thing with the new roads is that it's now easier to hold vehicles in place when they're on a slant. In this case, I replaced the tile with a jumper, and then I put a black brick underneath this cute little retro-looking lorry that I've attached to the jumper. Excellent! Up here is where the petrol station and the car wash will be. Basically, this whole area will be centered on automobiles, and Octane Oil will have their large regional office here. So make sure to subscribe. Now let's have a final look at the current state of Soltown's road network. A lot of hard work remains for the people's working force, but they will inevitably succeed, because we have the best engineers and builders in Soltown. With that said, make sure to stay out of the nonsense, stay awesome, and please watch more YouTube.